Hey, my name is Matt. I'm watching Naruto Shippuden for the first time. Here are my thoughts on episodes 152 to 156. We're coming off of Itachi's death, Sasuke capturing the Eight Tails. Team Kakashi is headed back to the Leaf Village. That's where we begin. Sasuke is talking to Madara about why he hates the Leaf and what he's gonna do now that Itachi's dead. And basically his thinking is that Sasuke's life was more precious to Itachi than the whole village, and so Itachi's death is more precious to Sasuke than the entire village. So Sasuke is gonna retaliate against the whole village that allowed Itachi to be in this position to die in the first place. The Raikage starts coming into play. There's references to the Rinnegan again. On the Leaf they're talking about Jiraiya, and the Toad is explaining everything that happened with him. The story of how Nagato became Lord Pain. Naruto is really blaming Tsunade for letting Jiraiya go out in the first place. I don't think Naruto knows that the fourth Hokage is his dad. They're working on cracking Jiraiya's code that he left on the Toad. Shikamaru is talking to Naruto and they go out to see Kurenai Sensei. He gives Naruto this really sweet motivational speech. It's a very sweet motivational kind of thing to say where he's like, listen, we're on the same page, we're fighting the same fight, it's time for us to grow up. There's just a certain weight to this series at this point. The stakes are getting really high, kids are growing up. Looks like Lord Pain and Naruto's destiny are going to be a main focus of this season. The code that Jiraiya put on the Toad basically says that Lord Pain wasn't there. They're indicating that Lord Pain is stronger than Jiraiya, so Naruto has to do a lot more training in order to get up to that level where he's able to compete. So they decide that Naruto's going to go become a sage. He goes into the land of the Toads. Basically the way they're framing it is there's physical energy and there's mental energy and then there's external energy, which is like in nature. Becoming a sage is having the ability to combine all three and have a balance there. And there's a risk. If he takes in too much of the nature energy, he'll turn into a frog permanently. In order to prevent that, Lord Fukasaku just hits him every time he starts turning into a frog. So it's like a very brutal, painful training for Naruto. Naruto's the only one who can do it because he's the only one with enough chakra that the nature chakra won't take over. You can sort of see all of the puzzle pieces falling into place. Finally able to lift the stone frog. Throughout these episodes, there's a lot of flashbacks to Naruto training with Jiraiya, and it's a very sweet kind of send-off for him. Naruto's doing even better than Jiraiya ever was. He's become a sage at this point. Some kind of discussion happening with the Raikage sent a spy over to figure out what was happening with the Eight Tails. Sasuke and his team trapped the spy. There's some new characters introduced that are named like Omo. I don't know if they're gonna stay in the show, but we'll see. My favorite part of these episodes was when Shikamaru gave Naruto the speech. I thought the code was stupid. I think it's dumb to assume that Jiraiya was able to remember the first word on so many different pages in this one book. Like, that just seems unrealistic to me. The training arc was really good. I want it to be more strongly established that Madara Uchiha and the Akatsuki are also a part of this destiny. So far we've only seen the destiny as referring to Jiraiya and Naruto and a little bit the Rinnegan. I want the Akatsuki to be folded into that in a more obvious way. They kind of are because they're establishing that Lord Pain has the Rinnegan and he's part of the Akatsuki, but it just feels to me like Madara is more in charge of the Akatsuki right now. I want it to be very clear that this is destiny unfolding. So hopefully that'll happen next.